Hey, what's going on, beer tubers? Eric back at you with yet another craft beer review, and today I'm looking at something I've never had before, and it was so everly graciously left behind from John, which I assumed he purposely did because he wanted to see it on the channel. This is a brewery that I haven't had much from, at least in their new can series. This is O Gii. This is from Milwaukee Brewing Company. It's a imperial or monstrous tea infused wit. So wit beer, clocking at 9.2% alcohol by volume. It talks about the way they use this reishi tea, which is an organic tea that they use that's in Milwaukee, and interesting. I've never really had any tea-infused beers that are commercially produced. I've done a few with homebrew and had mixed results, but this one poured out that typical kind of like wit beer, saison-y, even imperial IPA look. Really hazy, nearly opaque through the glass. Head was very minimal, and I assume due to alcohol. Well, yeah, 9.2%. I'm getting some nice alcoholic, so let's get the nose on this. Yeah, weird, grassy, floral. Yeah, really earthy. I'm getting like a nice tea character. It's kind of like, my tea knowledge is, it's kind of like a Rubio's tea. And I almost get some grassy green tea notes from it. I'm really not getting too much wit beer character. Some of those fruity esters and whatnots from the yeast. So I do definitely believe by the appearance there's wheat in here, but I'm not really getting any of that bubblegummy note, any of those typical wheat notes. But yeah, it's definitely tea dominant, and let's get the taste. Cheers. Wow. God, that's strange. There's this weird sweetness that just hits you immediately. And this tea component is very well integrated, I must say. Albeit a bit dominant, I'm getting large notes of like a melon, honeydew. There's like some candied fruit, kind of like light lingering strawberry note. And then some of that grassy herbal floral note from, I think, the tea infusion. There's a really nice sugary sweetness that bodes well with all these tea-like flavors. Again, I'm not getting really any wit character. Some of those yeast, phenols, esters, things that I would think would normally be here in a wit, I'm not getting. I'm not even getting like coriander for that matter. Not that they use coriander, but in a wit I typically like a little coriander note, and maybe there's a slight hint of it, but yeah, overall, very strange brew. Yeah, I will say this, there is a bubblegum note at the end, and there's a nice sweet mouth caramelizing feel. But what really draws away from me is there is a slight boozy note at 9.2%. It's definitely warming down the esophagus, definitely warm that it's hit my belly. I just mowed my lawn. It's a little more than I wanted. I thought a wit beer would be more quenching, but I think I'm going to go back to some homebrewed Goza. With that said, Milwaukee Brewing Company. O Gii monstrous wit beer. Cool can. Looks like kind of like an energy drink. Yeah, it's bizarre. First of all, I don't like bastardization of style. Imperial Berliner Weiss or Imperial wit beer to me just doesn't really jive too well. And excuse the airline noise. I really got to pick better times for this. It's like a fucking fleet of planes is flying over, even though it's probably just one. Score-wise, I find it incredibly difficult to rate because I've had nothing like it. I know nothing about tea-infused brews. I do know that I would like to try another, and maybe on a lower alcohol by volume note. So with that said, I am not going to score this one. I am going to say it's worth seeking out due to the fact that it's so unique. And to me, maybe the reason there isn't so much of that yeasty, estery, phenolic notes is because they wanted the tea to shine. So with that said, I think this is B-level beer, B-plus level beer, and stuff that you should try it. $7.99 a 4-pack. Can't go wrong. Milwaukee OG with the original gangsta. Peace.